Dear Phillip, it's important to stick the course, no matter what the obstacles you encounter. Because, life is like a journey. It's like you're on this huge hike and you are deep in some forest. And most times, really, you can't really see what's in front of you because you are so deep in the forest. But you have to trust the process, because up ahead, if you stake the course, then you'll get to your destination. So there are things I started that I wish I had stayed the course, because I am living testament to myself that when I stayed the course, I made it. So you too need to stay the course, no matter what obstacles you're facing right now, because that's just part of the journey. Enjoy it, trust the process, focus on your goals. Obstacles will always be there. Obstacles will always be overcome. When I finished college, I stayed for a good 3 years without a job. And so I went back to Machakos, and I was staying at home. It was an interesting time. When I joined university, I was all of 48 kilograms. So when I went to home after college, I started lifting weights, zile gym za mtaa. I was a bit of a wedge, because I admit I never used to do leg days, but I backtracked exponentially. And it helped to keep me sane, because it was quite a bit of a boring time in my life. There were no mobile phones, TV penetration. I think you had to balance very precariously on your rooftop to just try to get the signal to point towards Nairobi so that you can get something other than KBC. It was also a time when there was massive power rationing in the country. So it could be quite boring being alone in the house, and you're a young person, you finished college, your colleagues have gotten jobs, they've started moving on with life, and there you are, year 1, year 2, year 3. At some point I said, man, am I ever gonna get anywhere, I tried things. I've operated a matatu, tried my hand at various biasharas. But along the way I was like, what was this education system all about, There are no jobs here. So I was on the brink of giving up. And then the cycle that starts of suddenly you go 1 month and you realize, now this month I didn't write any application, no job application. And then it's been 3 months, and before you know what's happening, it's like 6 months, and you haven't written any job application because you're like, no longer trying. There are no jobs over here. If you get so much as even an acknowledgement letter, regret letter those days, that was amazing, because most times no one would even respond to your job application. So many people looking for jobs, and it costs money. There's a lot of money to apply for jobs that time, because either you have to send it by post, or you have to find your way to somewhere where there's internet access, and internet was not what we have on our phones right now and then. You had to go and find somewhere where there was a fellow known as Africa Online, where you had to do dial-up. So internet was all about connecting and sending what you can and disconnecting. It was expensive, and finding reliable internet was a challenge. Then things improved a little bit. Poster came up with internet in the post office, but man, it was slow. It was slow and expensive and frustrating. So applying for jobs was not that easy. So even getting hold of a newspaper, because newspapers cost. So it was kind of hard when you're outside Nairobi to network, keep in touch with people, because Machakos is only 60 kilometers out of Nairobi. But since there are no mobile phones, you had to use a phone booth. And then the only thing you'd hear is a few coins being swallowed and the operator telling you, add some more coins. Because you're just, hi, kuchuk-chung. Can you hear me? Kuchuk-chung. Nataka kuambia, nitakuja. And your money is over. Then you have to go look for more money. So it was quite hard to network, stay in touch with people, know what opportunities are there. There's no phone in the house and everything. So that's the lesson I learned, that it's important to stay the course. Then the other thing I learned during that period was the importance of always appreciating your blessings, because I had a roof over my head, a loving family, supportive family. I never lacked for food. I slept, people kept encouraging me. People were patient with me. I mean, I didn't hear my mom telling me, my friend, you're now in your 20s, I've fed you, my legal mandate towards you ended when you were 18. So get out there, go look for something to do, So yes, I will try to do things, but there was no pressure. The family were understanding, supportive. And that was very important for me during that period. So eventually I came through it. I got a job, and it was the most interesting time of my life, because all my life I had been Nairobi born and bred. I lived in Nairobi, went to school in Nairobi, primary, secondary. I went to 3 primary schools. Went to secondary school within Nairobi. Undergraduate was within Nairobi. I mean, KU is just up Ruiru in Nairobi. I know Kiambu will have a different opinion, but to me, it was just Nairobi. So I had essentially been in and around Nairobi all my life. And then I got a job that for the next 5 or 7 years, I called my polishing school, because then I learned so much about Kenya and the world, because it was a field-based assignment. And I loved what I was doing, because I was all over. And I interacted with all communities of Kenya. During that time, I was all over this country. I got to see the different perspective of Kenyans. I got to see how loving as a country we are. I got to see how all Kenyans have these things that unite us, which is Kenyans are very positive, by the way, in how they see life. Kenyans are very friendly, very hardworking. So I always wonder what happens every 5 years when they go to vote. There's an anomaly there that I still don't get it, because I've lived with all manner of people, different communities in Kenya. I never really felt in danger wherever I was outside Nairobi. That's Kenya for you. So maybe that's something tunafaa tuangalia as a country. Ni nini kinatusumbua kila miaka 5. But anyway, so that was my journey then. And then I went into, gradually I moved into different positions. So when I look at my career path, I would say mimi ni the real bottom-up model, because nilianzia right down at the street. I gradually worked my way into junior management roles, into mid-management roles, into now senior management roles. So just trust the journey is what I can tell Phillip. If you look at me right now and you're in the same situation I was decades ago, first thing I would like to tell you is, yes, joblessness is not a new phenomenon. It's a struggle getting a job in this country. Second thing I would like to tell you is it's crucial to stay the course, because too many of us fall by the wayside. I have colleagues I went to college with who gave up on the quest for the jobs along the way. Along the path of life, the challenges will always be there. So see this as a challenge and have the confidence that you will get past it. The other thing I would like to tell you is there are no shortcuts in life. There are no shortcuts. You can be tempted to think, oh, I'll start doing something else. I'll turn to drugs. I'll look for things to make a quick killing. Don't fall for the trap to do illegal things, because then, without knowing it, that happens is life takes in a different direction, and that becomes your new path. So what is your path? It's important to stick to your path. If you take another path, who knows where you'll end up? Life being what it is, chances are you will not end up where you wanted to be. So no matter what you're going through, just stick to your course.